Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for October 2023. It is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we're going to get into your current energy, the near future, what you don't see coming, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on this month. And then we'll take a look at what's going on with you and your person, or whoever's on your mind. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. If you're new, welcome. I do hope if you enjoy the messages, you'll consider subscribing, hitting that like button. And if you'd like a personal reading, that information is in the description box below or the About section of my channel. Okay, let's see. What's going on for you? All right, so the overall energy for October, we have the Seven of Wands. So you're going to be standing your ground. That could be in every area of your life. Now, this can also be that there's going to be a lot of energy coming towards you. I want to say you're going to need to practice not defensiveness. That's not what this feels like at all. Even though he does seem like he's defending himself from what's coming at him. But it can be a lot of things. It can be really good things. It could be just standing your ground, saying no when you want to say no. So I feel like the month is going to be really about you setting proper boundaries. Not that you haven't set them in the past or that you wouldn't in the future. It just seems like that's where the energy is going to be focused, which is good because I think a lot of eyes are going to be on you. There's going to be a lot to do, a lot of energy coming towards you, a lot of activities and things like that. So it's going to be important that you decide what you do and don't want to do. It's kind of a nice place to be. All right, so the current energy we have is the Death card. So something is definitely going through a massive transformation in this month. Not surprising, this is Scorpio's card. And they go into their birthday around the 22nd, I believe it is, of October. So you could find that the end of the month, when you look back on the month itself, you might see how things have kind of shifted in your life and how active you were. You might need to take a deep breath. It feels like really good energy. And then the Lovers. So there's no doubt for those of you that are in a relationship, something is transforming within your relationship. It's a good thing. Because the Lovers is in the upright and the Death being in the upright does not mean that there's a problem or something's falling apart. It's not the Tower. It's just transformation. So the Lovers under that is the Chariot. So something's going to be moving forward. Some of you may take a step to talk about possibly either moving in if you haven't, getting married, conversations about future things. Because the Chariot is definitely about how does this look moving forward. For some of you, it could just be that this is a newer person. It could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Gemini also. And you want to have that discussion about what it's going to look like. Are you on the same page? What are the expectations? So something's definitely going to transform within the relationship. And I think it's going to be a lot to do with big conversations about where you go from this point. All right. So in the near future, we have the Two of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles. I like this because it says with Judgment in reverse. I don't think anything about this is going to be difficult for you. I think the way you look at it is, some of you, it could be about, am I ready to give up my independence? Some of you, it's looking at things like, well, how am I going to maintain my own self, my preservation, my stability, my independence? And is it going to work out best for me? Yes, it will. And I don't think you're going to think twice about it. I just think the conversation needs to be had. And it's going to make sense to people that it makes sense to. If you're not in a relationship, clearly this may not be the reading for you. But there could be other nuggets, so stick around if you want. All right, so what you don't see coming, the Ace of Wands. Great. Five of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So a lot of you are leaving behind the idea, and I say this a lot because it's really important to get this point across. You're letting go of needing to know exactly how the future is going to unfold. I think you're realizing that there's something about, well, some of you, this is an opportunity that you're going to get that's like, wow, I didn't expect this. And because the Two of Wands is, to me, like future energy and having the world in your hands. The Five of Pentacles is in reverse, and having the Ace of Wands tells me something new, something you're going to be passionate about, something that you're excited about, feels more, honestly, work-related. Maybe you had thought you wanted to leave, and now you're deciding you want to stick around because there may be more of a future there. For others of you, you're going to keep an open mind. And I like that. But there's something happening that's going to get you I keep feeling like spicy. This is not around relationships. This is other things, other areas of your life. Let me see if there's any other messages. I just feel like spontaneity and spiciness, and you may feel on top of your game when it comes to work. So I don't see any of you leaving anything at this point. Some of you may have already left a place and now you're in something new, and it's opened up how you see your future and you're much more inspired. For those of you that have already done that, congrats, and that's confirmation. So what does Spirit want you to focus on this month? Is the Four of Swords, Justice in reverse, and Three of Cups. So they want you to take a look at where you feel like things have been unjust in your life. What does that mean? Look back on things where maybe you had focused your energy on the other person. I just had a conversation, if you're listening to this, with a Gemini about really having to focus on yourself as well and the choices that you've made in those either relationships or circumstances in which you felt like something was unjust. And you may be having to take a minute to really reflect on that and realize that you participated in that moment, in that situation. It didn't make you happy. And I understand that. And everybody wants, especially when somebody does you wrong. And I'm not saying that there aren't times in your life where somebody's done something wrong to you. My God, it happens all the time. And of course we get frustrated. But I think when you look back and you find balance, especially when you're working through your spiritual side and working with that and your human side at the same time, you kind of get a better idea of why things happen the way that they did. You can review other people's actions and yours. So that's what I feel like Spirit's asking you to do when you have time, because God knows this is going to be a busy month. It seems like there's a lot going on. So take that time to really reflect on some of the things that you felt like you had no justice in, and ask yourself, what part did I play in that? All right, so the challenge, we have the Seven of Cups. You're spoiled for choice. Seriously, I think this is just going to be a month where you have a lot of things going on, and there's going to be so much that you may feel like you're in a bit of a daze, like you get up and you just kind of are going through the motions and no time to stop and think, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but it may wear you out just a little. So some of you may need to take some power naps here and there throughout the month. All right, let's take a look at the Seven of Wands. I wanted to leave this one out. We've got the Four of Wands. So this is really good. It's great. There could be other people that have opinions about your relationship or about what you want moving forward. But the Four of Wands is success in not only areas of relationships, it's family. So things could be getting better around your relationships, but you're standing your ground about the things that matter to you, which is so incredibly important, because what you need and want is as important as your partner's. So I think you're going to find that things are easier to discuss. Home matters are going to be easier to discuss if you're already married and settled in. You may find balance, but you've got to, again, I'm going to keep repeating myself, you need to stand your ground this month. It's up to you to do that, especially if a lot of things are coming at you at once. You need to kind of step back and say, this is all fine and dandy, but I need to take care of me. Now, the universe will test you that way and see how easy it is for you to choose between doing something that you want to do and something that you don't want to do. And if you forced yourself in the past to do things you didn't want to do, this will be one of those moments where you get a chance to say, you know, I just don't really feel like it. So see how that comes up for you. Four of Wands, then we have the Six of Swords. So things are definitely getting to a better place. I think your state of mind is going to be much healthier. You're going to get on the other side of something that's been challenging you mentally. So if some of you have been feeling a little bit down with the crazy energies we've had, we're always, by the way, going to have crazy energies. It's how we learn to cope with the ones that challenge us. And in this case, I feel like you're really getting to a much healthier place up in the noggin. And then we have the Tower, and which is fantastic, because even though I said here that there's going to be change within the relationship, the Tower is underneath the Seven of Wands, which means something about you has shifted. There's a sense of happiness. This is all good stuff, by the way. The Six of Swords with the Four of Wands and the Tower card with the Seven of Wands right there. It's like you're standing your ground with the things that you want, and you're going to see how significantly that changes your experiences with the people around you. It's really exciting. I get this overwhelming feeling of like, wow, I feel really empowered. So I like it. It's great. The Death card with the Lovers, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So where you had problems where two people like weren't seeing eye to eye, or maybe you didn't feel as emotionally connected for a little bit, that's what I feel like is changing. So if there have been times where you couldn't get on the same page with your partner, this is the month where I feel like you're going to work that out. So the Lovers and the Chariot. We have, look at this, the Ten of Pentacles. God, you guys are getting all the good cards. This is a fantastic opportunity. So one or both of you could do really well, you and your partner. If you don't have a partner, this could be that you finally, something shifts and you release something from your past and you meet somebody new in love. The signs that I mentioned before, it could be anybody. But when the Ten of Pentacles comes out, it isn't always about financial things. It could be just that you have really good luck and things are going really well and you're spoiled for choice, meaning a lot of opportunities in love could be coming to you and it may be a challenge. It may be overwhelming, especially if you hadn't dated in a while and all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, you know, I have the energy. By the way, it's really not up to you. It's the universe and your guides pushing you to get out so that you'll meet the people you're supposed to meet in this life journey. But you're going to have a lot of luck with that this month. So for those of you that it's been a little stale, it's going to get better. And for those of you in a relationship, this is good luck within the relationship. Could be some good financial news in a partnership. Let's say you're in a marriage, you could get news that one or the both of you is going to get a bonus, make some more money. Something is going to change within the relationship. It's going to relieve some stress. All right, so the Two of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, your tough days are over. So the Ten of Wands is in reverse on top of the Nine of Pentacles with that Two of Pentacles underneath. You're not going to be going back and forth anymore. You're finally going to feel like you've got control of things again. So again, if you've been challenged financially in the past couple of months or years or whatever it may be, I feel like this is Spirit's way of saying things are really going to find balance. But there are still some things in the future, we'll talk about that in a second, that you are working through in your mind. Nine of Pentacles with the Judgment in reverse, the Magician. See, Spirit's like, you don't have to act. We already know. When it's upside down like that, we've heard you, we hear your prayers, we know it. You are the master of this situation. You just have to give us time to bring you each one of these things. I know nobody really wants to hear that, but it's just true. With this Magician energy, it means to me that this month, anything you touch kind of turns to gold. So if you want to create something, you may be able to manifest things a little bit quicker than you could have in the past. It just means the energy's aligned for you this month. So what do you want to change? What do you want to shift? How do you want to create new things in your life? Because it's going to be open to you for sure. The Ace of Wands with the Five Pentacles in reverse, the Emperor. This could be a significant person in your life, but it could also be you taking back control of your life. It represents Aries and Taurus energy for me. Most people say Aries. I think it's both. Either way, this could be getting excited about the work that you're going to be doing. I also feel like this is just you taking back control of your life in a way that maybe you hadn't before. You're making tough decisions about next moves. And I think you're working through some abandonment issues as well and getting much stronger, which is a good sign. With the Two of Wands, you realize that there's so much more to life and the healing process is not easy, but I think you're starting to look more towards the future and the exciting things that you have coming up. All right, that's a lot. But there's definitely a new drive that you're going to have that maybe you're not feeling just yet, or some of you could have already gotten wind of this energy. I mean, it's definitely intense. Listen to astrologers. They'll tell you it's kind of heightened. So the Five of Pentacles with the Two of Wands, we then have the Queen of Cups. So for some of you, this could be a partnership. You feel in control of things. Things are great. It's very nurturing. There's something about that as well. There could be people in your life that suddenly show up more nurturing, or you are nurturing your relationship more and yourself at the same time. So you're finding balance. The Queen of Cups can be, it's just really being fulfilled and knowing your value and lots of self-love. So you could be doing both at the same time. But I like this because it doesn't matter what genders you are, meaning same sex, opposite sex. This is two people who have really got things together. It's not, to me, like a power struggle. it feels like nurturing, loving, easygoing. Like things are going to balance out. Again, if you've had struggles, you're going to work through them. All right, so what Spirit wants you to focus on, when you do come up against any obstacles in your mind, they want you to take a minute, think things through, ask yourself about those. Can you change it? Is it worth pondering over? Does it matter whether you feel like you got justice in the situation or not? Does any of it really matter? If it's already over, can you work through getting beyond that? Because they're trying to get you mentally to a better place with the Six of Swords. So if you're needing to take time to work through these difficult situations, the Three of Cups is in reverse, which is saying that you're not happy about it. You certainly are not wanting to celebrate these injustices. It feels yuck. So when they pop up in your mind, do your best, do your best to work through them and try to learn to release them where you didn't feel like you got justice. All right. So with that, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is a good indication that I think you're just going to be so focused on everything that's going on. It's so much action again this month. Like Spirit's like, you're not going to have time to really focus on it. But when you do have these moments, that's how they want you to try to work through it. So the Knight of Wands is going away from the reading, which is a good thing because it's like you're just ready to go. Here's a new opportunity. Here's the inspiration to get going on it. Could be a new project at work. Could be a new adventure that you want to go on. It could be anything that you are really passionate about. So just know you're getting a massive green light to do this thing in your life that feels, you're going to know because each of you are going to be different. Under that Knight of Wands, we have the Eight of Wands. So they're like, work through these energies because this is the stuff that's going to be going on. There's so much action. I can't get over this. I don't know the last time and I'm not trying to be dramatic. I'm serious. I don't know the last time I've done a reading that has been this filled with positivity, action, what feels like excitement, transformation. Like, good for you guys, because I think it's going to be a good one. I mean, you've got all of what I would consider the best cards. 10 of Pentacles, Magician, the Tower, Six of Swords, Four of Wands. So much good. So the Eight of Wands is like, once you make that choice and you move beyond it, you can focus more on all this energy that's going to be happening. There could be a lot of communication. You could have a partnership where somebody's more open all of a sudden. You guys are really interacting. Conversations are easier. It just feels great. Now, the challenge with this Seven of Cups, Three of Swords, see, that's funny because there could be some confusion around a situation that you were healing from. But I think this is more for those of you that are not in a current relationship and you're opening yourself up. Maybe you didn't think you had healed from the past, but because you start having more interactions, you're going to realize that you're not really as into it, knee deep into it emotionally or mentally as you were in the past. So that's a good sign as well, even though it's your challenge. Okay, so I'm going to clear this and we're going to get into you and your person. So that could be a different message from the main reading. It could be something similar. Let's just see what happens. For those of you that want to stick around for that, great. Thank you for being here while I do all this cleaning up. And those of you that are checking out, thank you for being here. Please hit that like button on the way out. And I will see you in the next one. All right. What do we have for Gemini? Okay, so your person's energy, the Four of Cups. So look, let's see what else comes out because the Three of Wands. All right, somebody, and it's funny because the Lovers is coming out and there's the Gemini energy in your person. So look, your person may pout a little bit about something or may have been pouting about something. You may need to apologize, but they love you. Look, this is good because it's going along with the main reading. The Lovers is there. This is your person. Ace of Cups, they love you. They love themselves. They love you. When you try to come towards them with something, they may seem a little bit offish, but I just think it's because their head is focused on something that is either coming up in their life or something that's going on. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. They're not disconnected emotionally. If you're wondering about a person from the past, if you go towards them, which I don't know if any of you would or would not. I mean, again, don't come yelling at me in the comments, I don't want my ex. I'm not going to go forward to this person. Because sometimes people are watching this because they're working through emotions from an ex. In this case, I feel like if you do go towards this person, they may be a little huffy puffy, but they love you. So whoever needed to hear that. Otherwise, if you're in it, don't worry. They may seem just a little bit off. So the Two of Swords for you, Eight of Wands, very communicative, Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Cups. Again, it's like there's you, for some reason, going towards this person. And again, the energy of the Six of Cups is kind of nostalgia and apologies. So for some of you, you may want to apologize to somebody. Maybe you're taking responsibility for something that happened in a relationship. I do think there's a lot of love. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse could be like it came across a bad time. You had to make a decision about something, and now you're feeling like you really want to communicate. So some of you, that's what's going to happen. If that's not for you, I totally understand. Not everybody is going to apologize to someone, but you may feel the need to. Your person loves you. They want this relationship. Let's keep moving. Seems very cut and dry to me. Let's go to... All right. So we have time apart from your partners on the horizon. That could be anything. Some of you could be in separation, and maybe that's where the apology comes in. Some of you could be apart for a period of time because you're traveling. Separation could be just that, and maybe something's going on, but they just need you to love them. It just depends on where you are in your relationship. You'll understand it. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So again, that's forgiving and learning. So if something happened and somebody needs to apologize and you've had a little break or you just needed to breathe or whatever it is, then you'll learn from the situation. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So if that's a question, is there one? No, not for everybody, but everybody wants what they call the one. You're going to have a lot of experiences in this life. We don't live in the time that we used to. We don't find one person, marry them, and stay with them forever. It's just not the reality of what we're here for. Not for everyone. Not saying that you aren't in a place now where you might find the one. So meaning the one that you want to spend time with. And if this is it, and you know it deep in your soul, then it could be the one for now. I can't possibly predict for all of you where it's going to go long term in a tarot reading, but I could in a personal, not promoting myself. Let's go next. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. There you go. I don't think I need to say more than that. Let's see if there's any other advice from Spirit, if there's anything they want you to know. What else do you have for Gemini? Oops. Okay, so Star card. Hope, pray, keep wishing. Something fantastic is coming to you, so they just want you to focus on that. Tower, things are changing in a good way. I don't feel a negativity. Something you've been dreaming about is going to happen. We saw that in the main reading, so they're just wanting to remind you. Six of Wands, success. Something is going to be successful. With this being what we're putting these cards on, I would say for those of you that are trying to work things out with somebody, or you had a little mishap and somebody needs to apologize, it's going to be successful. It's going to help change things within the relationship. Keep putting your focus on healing and figuring that out. The learning card that we saw, forgiving and learning, that's important as well. So don't hold a grudge, basically. And if you're a cross watcher, you can flip it. All right. Whoa. Okay. That one wanted to come out. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Somebody needed to hear that about their person. What else do we have? So sorry. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. There's that forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. You do create your reality. Nobody's saying you can't have thoughts and feelings about something that's happened. Forgiveness is a very personal journey. So I would never tell anybody what you do and don't have to do. Will it make things lighter for you? Sure. You're still going to have challenges? Absolutely. But if there is someone you love desperately, and forgiveness is needed, and you want that relationship to continue to grow, find a way to heal that so that you can forgive and move forward, because it looks like great things are coming. Friendship, nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So incredibly important for those of you that you probably already, I mean, we know that friendship is no doubt critical within a relationship. All right, let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle to close this out. So we have TikTok. For some of you, yes, your time this month is going to be like, I just want to snap my fingers. Things are going to be moving really quickly. So you could be 30, born on the 30th, the 3rd, and that's it, of the month. And then we have breathe, take your time. Breathe through things. If things start getting out of control, some of you need to take a step back, just take a deep breath, but you're going to be moving. I don't think you're going to be able to sit still a lot this month. Round and round. So that's what you may feel like. You may feel like you're just on this constant motion. It's not a bad thing. To me, this actually is coming through as something like, wow, this is a nonstop ride. I need to get off for a minute so I can breathe. So you could be 29, born on the 2nd, the 9th, or the 11th, or the 29th. Or you could be 25, born on the 25th, the 2nd, the 5th, or the 7th. And then we have chaos and conflict. So it may feel a little bit like things are chaotic. I explained that already. Conflict, I don't know. It could be conflicting for you because there's so much going on. But I wouldn't be concerned about it. I don't think you're going to be running into a bunch of walls and having a bunch of stuff that you've got to deal with. I just think it's saying things are going to be chaotic. So kind of buckle up. All right. So you could be 33, born on the 3rd or the 6th of the month. All right, my loves, those are your messages. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you all. Please hit that like button on the way out. And again, if you'd like a personal reading, that information's in the description box below or the about section of my channel. Sending you a ton of love. Have a great month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.